Shalom, all praises to the Most High. Welcome, beloved. Give me a moment.
Start with our top story, which is in Ukraine. So if you happen to be an Al Qaeda or ISIS terrorist, chances are you're not watching our show. Hopefully you're not watching our show. Well, if you happen to be, then NATO and Ukraine want you to come fight in Ukraine, and they'll pay you handsomely for it. We already knew this was happening, but in recent weeks it has actually accelerated because Ukrainian forces have been nearly decimated and wiped away, almost entirely eliminated from the battlefield. I spoke to Colonel Douglas McGregor last night, who says the forces are almost gone. Listen.
As you point out, most of Ukrainians' best forces are gone. They've been killed or wounded. Ukrainians have lost roughly 100,000 dead, perhaps 2, 3, even 400,000 wounded.
Wow.
They started out with an army of 600,000. Remember, we spent 8 years building this army up with the express purpose of attacking Russia. That's what it was designed to do. That's why the Russians attacked it.
So, I couldn't help but thinking, and some people in the chat are saying this, like Uncle Sam wants you to join us in war. And that's like what I'm thinking when I picture basically like the recruitment now for Al Qaeda and ISIS terrorists in Ukraine. Like, NATO wants you. They want your support, terrorists, to come and fight in Ukraine. So, of course, they need fighters who can become cannon fodder, as Colonel McGregor was telling us last night. And so, in March of this year, the Cradle reported that Al Qaeda and ISIS fighters were arriving by the busloads into Ukraine from northern Syria and passing through Turkey. Now, NATO has been paying these Al Qaeda and ISIS fighters a few $1,000s a month. Just let that sink in for a moment. NATO has been paying these Al Qaeda and ISIS fighters a few $1,000s a month.
Okay.
So, it probably warrants more than that kind of a response, don't you think? Think about this. Like, as American taxpayers or European taxpayers, you are funding terrorists to go into Ukraine.
The same organizations that we funded wars to kick them out of places.
Right. Or that we lay claim to, we're fighting ISIS in these particular countries. That's why we need to be in Syria. Or that's why we need to be in Afghanistan. Or that's why we need to be in Iraq or have some kind of a presence. So you can't pay your heating bills right now, or your rent, but your tax dollars are going to fund Al Qaeda and ISIS fighters in Ukraine. Now, this is an ISIS fighter who was captured just recently. He's interrogated, explains how he's been paid by Ukraine and NATO to fight Russia. Watch.
دا چې د خارجي قشرونو چې خلک راتل دا مې راوستل او په خارجي قشرونو مرستې راټولولې د داعش ډلې لپاره چې د المان نه اوکراین او سپین نه دا مرستې مې راټولولې او د کسانو ته مې دعوت وکړ لسونه 15 کسانو ته تقریبا ما دعوت کړی د هغې څخه یو کس افغانستان ته راغلی دا کوم مرستې چې ما راټولې کړي دي د اوکراین نه $15,000 $15,000 یورو د المان نه او 600 او 800 روپۍ 1500 ټول راځي تقریبا د سپین نه یورو.
How does that sit with you? How does that sit with anybody watching the show right now?
Terrifying and also sad.
If you've been watching our show for any length of time, you know that we've been covering the U.S. occupation of Syria, of course, on this show. And in Syria, the United States has been funding al-Qaeda forces to fight against the government of Bashar al-Assad. According to the Cradle, of course, most of these terrorists showing up in Ukraine are veterans of the U.S.-backed proxy war in Syria. So they are hardened, they're trained, they're veterans. The al-Qaeda and ISIS terrorists coming from Syria specifically into Ukraine are being paid between $1,200 and $1,500 per month. Of course, everyone with a brain, all of you watching right now, because you do have a brain, unless you're watching the Western mainstream media, but of course, everyone with a brain knows the United States created al-Qaeda. And if you're a woke liberal who thinks that this sounds so like some sort of a conspiracy theory, then you simply don't know your history, and you need to watch this.
Brzezinski was the strategist for Jimmy Carter and convinced Jimmy Carter to say, look, the Russians are dominating Afghanistan with a civilian secular government. Let's create a new organization. Let's create Al-Qaeda. Let's back Osama bin Laden and give his supporters weapons to begin fighting the Russians. And we can pull a coup d'etat there. And the Russians will fight back. And then we'll say the Russians invaded. And it worked. Saudi Arabia made a deal with America that they would push the Wahhabi extremists, the Al-Qaeda, the most right-wing wing of the Islamic parties, and it worked. Essentially, Al-Qaeda is a contract army for the...
Well, let you guys finish this.
United States.
Al-Qaeda is a contract army for the United States. Think about that for a minute. When you need fighters and you need to stir up some crap, and you need to attack Bashar al-Assad's government, or you need fighters in Ukraine because the Ukrainian forces have been all but decimated and eliminated, who do you need as cannon fodder? Who do you need to stir up some trouble and we'll pay them a few $1,000s a month? Call in Al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
Call in ISIS.
I used to get watch the video footage coming from Afghanistan and all these other places, and anytime they showed ISIS, anytime they showed Al-Qaeda, they always had like the tan U.S. military boots and stuff, the pants of American soldiers, and I was always...
Well, as I'm advancing in age, my eyes are starting to fail me. Shalom, beloved. This thing. Yeah. Let me let you guys finish up this. One more minute. He's going to say something very important here.
Like, where are they getting? Like, why are they wearing U.S. clothing and driving U.S. vehicles? And it's like because we've probably been working with them all along.
I was reading a book called The Hidden Hand of American Hegemony all about the deals that the United States made in the 70s with Saudi Arabia in order to create OPEC, in order to create petrodollar recycling, and in order to allow the United States to be able to print money to pay for goods all around the world, because it meant that petrol was paid for in the American dollar, and it gave the United States hegemony. And because of that, deals with Saudi Arabia were mostly made under the table, so much so that the head of the Treasury Department had a secret wire in the 70s between his office and the head of the CIA, because that's how money and like government were working together.
A secret wire account.
Like I'm sorry, the technology. It's like a wire, like a secret phone line.
Oh, phone line. Okay, I thought you meant like they could just send money.
Oh, no.
Like a wiring account.
Like a secret communication channel.
Everybody is spilling the bean, man. People people are spilling the bean. People are going out there and then put this crap out. They are bringing what needs to be bought. They are spilling the beans, and a lot of warriors out there, man. And the colonel tells you, okay, last time we had one of the major general. Okay, remember the last time we play a clip of the major general that told you Ukraine already lost this war, and then we got one of those colonel tell you like they had an army. The U.S. been building this army for over 8 years. They had 600,000 men. 100,000 of them or no more. This is no joke, beloved. To lose 100,000 people, this is no joke. 100,000 or no more. For 300,000 to 400,000 are wounded. Okay, and then they are going after Al Qaeda, and then they are going to Africa trying to get some of our brethren to fight for them. Remember when they didn't want the so-called Africans and the train? Remember when they were pushing the blacks out? Now they're in Africa. Hey man, you guys need to come and help us. We'll give you visa. We'll give you visa. They're all over the place. They are going to third world country now, paying them a few bucks a month, a few $1,000s a month, like $1,200 a month to go fight for them. The army that lost over there is not the Ukrainian army. You do know that, right? You do know the army that lost over there, the Ukraine war, has nothing to do with the Ukrainian army. That was the army that the so-called United States they produce. You see, what they do, they go in country, they set up things, and then they say, oh, those are the bad guys. And then everybody that are here that are dumb as a sheep, and they say they are the bad guys, and say, well, we need to send money over there and stuff. We need to send weapon over there. The war was never a war between the so-called the Russian and the Ukrainian. The Ukrainian cannot fight the Russian. If it was a war of Ukraine versus Russia, the United States would have stayed very far away from it. They would not get involved. Yet they are sending money and weapon. That's the war. That's the army. They all funded them, and they are losing. They make it seems like Russia is losing this thing. It's so bad over there, which we really don't care. We know you people going to go at each other's throat. Now their army is down to 100,000 people, a 600,000 army, 100,000 no more, 300 to 400,000 wounded, and the rest is just on reserve. We told you, remember when Russia said it activated his 300,000? That's when the war began. A few weeks ago. That's when the war truly began. Now you are seeing those people are going after each other's throat. They are worried. We are very confident that the mighty one, of course, will save us and automatically will destroy them. At this point, beloved, there's nothing I can tell anyone out there that are not paying attention, especially the so-called the camps, especially the so-called Christians, because what the Christians want to tell you that not only they're all about Ukraine because the news tell them Ukraine, they'll tell you Ukraine is winning. Or before this war started, which it already did, I will be raptured. Now you listen to the video of that fellow, Mr. Stone himself, last night. We played yesterday and last night also. He like, oh, things change. He catching up. Oh, the religious. I want my religious freedom back. Oh, religious freedom. What? What religion? Well, it's something. Tell me one thing that you guys are not able to do now in your religions that you used to do back then. Tell me one thing that the government take away from you. You don't have a freedom to do that anymore. They have nothing to say or anything. Those people always acting like they are being oppressed. Somebody's after them to kill them and stuff. They have everything you used to do back then. You're still doing them now. You still go to church and lie. You're online lying. You keep telling it. Right now, one of the main reasons you people stay out of this thing because there's nothing for you there. It's just when you sit there, you look at this thing. There's nothing you can say. Nothing is working for you. They are worried right now, man, and they should. They are very worried, and we are very confident. Now, officially, the winter will be there on December the 21st. Is that what that is? We're still in the fall now, and it's getting cold. Certain places is getting quite cold. Okay, so the winter going to be there on December the 21st, officially, so to speak. However, it's getting cold around the places that usually get it cold. And if you know anything about warfare, you do not fight Russia in the winter. You don't do that. See, each army have their season. Some army, you don't fight them in the summer. Some you don't fight them in winter. You don't fight them in fall or autumn. Or some of them you don't fight them in spring. You really don't want to fight the Hebrew in spring. Some army you don't fight them during the day. Some of them you don't fight them at night. Some of them you don't fight them on the sea. Some of them you don't fight them on the land. Some of them you don't fight them above. So now you're going to the winter. That's why they activated the Russia activate. Well, Vladimir is a Madimite Libra, so he activate everything, and his element is air. Okay, so he just literally when he activated this over 300,000-400,000 men, he literally absorbed the energy that he's going to store for at least another year or 2 years. That's what it is. Polar bears are great in winter. Now you have a grizzly bear that's going to fight a polar bear in the South Pole. You don't do that. You're calling yourself an eagle. You're going to attack a penguin in the South Pole in the winter. Well, I'm an eagle. I can fly higher. Okay. That's what it is. He's operating in his element. That's what Sun Tzu says. Sun Tzu say use nature, use the weather as your advantage. If you live in a swamp area, back then our ancestors used to do this. They used to lure the Spaniard. They used to attack them and run in the swamp area, and then they will build a rickety bridge, and then when the Spaniards are running to this bridge, the bridge will collapse and they will fall into water infested alligator, and the alligator will kill them and eat them. Use the environment as your weapon. The so-called ISIS, Al Qaeda's, those guys, they did that too. They use the desert. They go hide in deep caves, which is very cool. It's like air conditioning. They got water. They got spring of water. They bring food. They bring goats. They bring things. They got things they planted over there. Everything flourish in those deep cave. And then those guys don't know where they are hiding, and then they are running around in that heat and that sun. And then the heat is too much, the hotness is overloaded, and then those guys collapse. Some of them become delusional and they start killing each other. Brethren, we are not here to support none of those guys because everybody is our enemy. But you got to understand when your enemy is falling and when they are going at each other's throat. We are very confident that this war is not going to end up well for neither of one of them. It's not going to end up well for Russia, nor for the United States. The war was never Ukraine versus Russia. That's not what that is. It was always the so-called United States go over there and Russia attack them. Okay, NATO also attacked a decent couple of missiles the other day in Russia. We stay out of it and we're going to pray. Beloved, I had spoken with the masters concerning what we're going to do in December, and I explained unto them that one of the ingredients it's quite difficult to get. Should I release it early for the nation? They said yes, but I will release it. I will send it to the beloved brother Devin. He will post it on the website. Due to the fact that last year we had an incident happen, quite a few people were against a freaking soap, and this time we will assure you you can do the soap if you wish to. We will post the PDF. You can download it both on the community post and the website. We will discuss that after the 12 zodiac, after Virgo. I'm not quite sure it will be this weekend. It will be probably this Saturday. Let me see. Today is the 13th. 1, 2, 3. Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Sunday. We will release the over the weekend. Most likely on Sunday, we will talk about what you're going to need to do, how you're gonna do it, when you're gonna do it, and the way that you should do it. Sunday the 15th. Please be ready, brethren. Let us begin. Let us pray. Let us ask the Mighty One for forgiveness, knowledge, and wisdom. Great praise, great glory goes unto you, Mighty One, you that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in them. You that give the enemy unto great shame, great reproach. You that give and take away death, you that give and take away life. We have seen your great work. We have seen your wondrous work. We have seen how you give the enemy into great confusion. And then all of a sudden now, we all being played. They don't really care about us. They care about them. They care about interest. All of a sudden, we need peace now. We need to come together. No, back then we didn't need to come together. In fact, we have to separate. You have to stay in the hood and the filthy, dirty ghetto where you came from, and I have to stay here and in a rich place, suburban, and enjoy my blessing. Now the blessing is running out and it's flowing somewhere else. Everybody want to be coming together and pray and talk stuff. None of this will happen. We will not come together with the wicked. Beloved, we are here bowing down before our Lord. We bow the knees of our heart and we are asking the Mighty One to humble us, to bring a meekness in the midst, repentance in the midst, to bring honor and glory in the midst in our ranks, to give unto us more knowledge, more wisdom, as we are acquiring more and more every day, and we are noticing that the enemy is becoming more confused. The fear of trembling, the fear, the trembling of the heart, the trembling of the loin, the trembling of the soul. They are quite nervous, and it seems like they can't get no break. Yea, indeed, the so-called insurances and Florida are battling really hard, and it had affected everyone. And now a lot of them don't want to pay, and it is said that there's a part of the river of the St. John's River that flooded a place going to stay flooded until Thanksgiving. All praises to the Most High. And then he says some of the parts are going to be permanently flooded. It's going to be the river permanently took over this place. If those people wish to live there, they're going to have to live underwater. It's going to be permanent. They're going to have to get a little boats or a little kayak or things. It's going to be permanent. Which show you the mighty one is using the weather, the animals to wipe those people off our lands. Yes, indeed. We see this. We warn them. But of course, the pride, the pride of the wicked blinded them. They do not want to listen. They speak against us. They speak against you. They speak against the Holy Spirit, the angels. All they want to do is attack by proxy, sending people that look like us to attack us. Well, they are not attacking us at all. They're attacking you. We know this is not our war. We didn't start it. We didn't enslave ourselves. They did. They started. And now you're going to have to finish it for them. Because we have no weapons that we can fight the enemy. We do not fight, we do not have the strength nor the resources to fight them. We do not have the land. We do not have the strategy, the tactics, the knowledge to know how to fight those people. All 83. But the mighty one do. He's fighting our battle. Beloved brothers and sisters, we'll ask the nation to pray for our people. Pray for our nation. The Jews, the Gentiles alike that are cleaving, because this thing is getting too real out there, and a lot of people are starting to do research, and they are coming in, and they are asking questions, and they are following, and they are researching, they are reading, and they are seeing that the God that you were worshiping in your church was a false God, was a man-made God, was a blasphemy. And it is one thing you don't do to the Most High God Almighty. You don't put anything false in front of him and worship him. Whether if you're a Jew or you are Gentiles, you do not worship anything before the Mighty One. Holy and great and powerful, please protect us the way that you usually do. Destroy our enemy the way that you're continuing be doing. Protect the nation, the one that are over there in Russia, the one that are in Ukraine, the one that are in Africa, all over the world, here in the United States, over there in the Caribbean. Protect them. And we know that those people, they have planned, they want to invade Haiti. They will invade because they can't hold it anymore. They need that power. We ask the Archangel Michael to protect our people. We ask all the angels of protection, all the angels of freedom, come and free our people and provide for us. Selah, so be it. May your will be done in this earth as it is in heaven. All praises and glory go to the Mighty One. To the Holy Spirit, to all the angels, we say thank you. To the angels on the water, the angel on the earth, angel on the fire, angel on the air, for all that are listening to us, to all our brethren that are in other planets under the earth, above the firmament, above in the stratosphere. Hear our cry. Hear our help. We are asking for deliverance. We are asking for knowledge so we may defeat our enemy, cleanse the earth, and rule in righteousness. Selah, so be it. May the will of the Father be done as it is in heaven. Selah, so be it. By the horrible and terrible power of the Most High God vested in me, and he can take it anytime he felt like, I leave all of you in peace. Be confident, be calm. It is extremely important to be calm. If you panic like the Gentiles, if you worried like them, the Spirit will leave you. Remember, in the message that King Christmas sent, he said that there is a boldness in the Holy Spirit. That means you stand firm. You don't listen to something that you confident in, and then somebody come over there and tell you drop this. Don't do that. It's the devil. It's witchcraft. Tell them you're the child of the Most High. None of those things can come nowhere near you. If you're confident, you should not be moved, nor you be dismayed like them. If they move and dismay, their shield or deactivated, whatever spirit that out there will take them. Keep your peace, guard your calm. Let no one disturb you. Selah, so be it. Now, beloved, forgive me. I will not have the opportunity to stay too long with you today because I have certain things that I have to do today. This is a day. I completely forgot about this thing, but brethren, we need to discuss what we're going to do concerning the 24th. I have asked for permission to release the information on this Sunday coming up. Okay, it will be posted on the internet, on the website. Probably it already been posted, but I'm not quite sure. You will find it under homework. Talking about homework, I had spoken with a sister. She had an issue related to people persecuting her, which I am quite sure some of you are dealing with. And she been making a lot of progress, just like a lot of people. They are making a lot of progress. However, there was one exercise that she was guided to do, and we would like to give this as a homework if the nation wish to. Oh, Psalm 51. Wow, I completely and utterly forget about Psalm 51. Big Levi, sir, you are lacking. What the hell? Oh, okay. All right. Let me get Psalm 51 right quick. Brethren, I can't. Let me see if I can get Psalm 51. What is it that I'm so focusing on that thing that I'm going to do on Zedek? Let me see if they sent me the email before I start worrying about something that's not going to even happen. I can't see the chart because, no. You know what? I'm going to call them. Nope, they haven't sent me anything yet. Nope, they haven't. They haven't sent it. All right, they haven't sent it. All right, let us read Psalm 51, okay? Okay. All right. All right. Let's read Psalm 51 and forgive me because I'm using everything is in the computer now. This computer don't deal with outside forces, so I'm gonna have to black the screen and you will hear my voice only. All right. All right. Psalm 51. Have mercy upon me, O mighty one, according to thy loving kindness, according unto the multitude of thy tender mercies. Blot out my transgressions, wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sins. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sins is ever before me. Against thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and the hidden parts thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh, a renew and right spirit within me. Yes. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then I'll teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O mighty one, thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall shew forth thy praise. For thou desirest not sacrifices, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart, O mighty one, thou wilt not despise. Do good, and thy good pleasure unto Zion. Build thou the walls of Jerusalem. And then shalt thou be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and a whole burnt offering. Then they shall offer bullocks upon thy altar. Yes, I completely forget about Psalm 51. Remember, brothers, this is no game. We took her off, man. We took her off. We said every Thursday we'll say Psalm 51 52 times a year, unless we renew the contract in May. I mean, in March during our New Year. This is very serious, man. Psalm 51 is quite good. You can say Psalm 51 every day. Every morning when you wake up, I have a book here. It's in French. Okay, it's called Prière Merveilleuse by l'Abbé Julio. Okay, there's a prayer you said every morning when you wake up, the moment you wake up. It's called Prière au moment du lever. Okay, this book it's not for everyone. Okay, it's called Prière Merveilleuse, which means marvelous prayers. I don't think they have it in English. You might want to try to see it. And then there's oraison in there. There's a prayer I've been saying for 30 days to get something. There's a prayer in Latin. Crux sancti patris benedicti crus sacra sit mi ilux, non draco sit mi idux, vade retro satana, nunquam suade mi ivana, sunt mala quae libas ipse venibas bibas ihs. They got many prayers on it. Pretty good. I've been using it for the past 90 days, and I'm reading it every single day. So if you want a prayer, there are books out there now. You are what they calling and initiates by the angels because they obey you, they hear you. You need to pray a lot. You need to pray, change the way that you pray. Okay, there are certain time you pray, there are certain time you don't pray, certain days you pray, certain days you don't pray. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that you need to do differently, and there's a lot of things that you need to stop doing. Now, there is a sister that has an issue concerning people, enemies, so to speak. Now, before I say this, I want to warn the nation again. If you're not about this thing, give me a second. Let me put this. Let me take the phone and put it on. Let me remove it from silence when I receive the call and so on. Now, if you're not about this thing, please, you may want to leave because it's gonna get weird. All right. We haven't given any homework lately because of the fast. We rest and things like that. Now, a sister in the nation was dealing with certain few stuff. The other day, she had contacted us, and I could not latch on what was going on. Now, over here, we knew for a fact that there are certain things that you need to pay attention to. For instance, everything have a spirit over it. Everybody have spirit with them, whether they are demons or angels. They have intelligences. There are many beings that we don't know, we don't see. When someone, either you were in a relationship or with this person, or you weren't in a relationship, this person saw you, or you just walk in a place, they have people that are love. There are people that love you, and definitely there are people that quite don't like you. We won't use the word, the other word. Now, everyone that loved you, everyone that appreciated you, everyone that have everyone that have a positive affection towards you, there will be a spirit that will morph. Excuse me. This spirit will follow you. certain times, certain one of you have kids and they get involved with certain things, they shouldn't be here because of the love that you have for them or love that people have for them, and the spirit spared them. A lot of time things happen to me that I shouldn't be here or I should be in extreme trouble because of the love of the nation. There are more love for me than hatred. Believe it, there are more love than hatred. Now, the same goes for people that don't like you. When a person do not like you, especially if that person have a strong quote unquote the opposite side of Noga against you, it will morph into a demon. Okay, those things will follow you, they will hinder your life, they will make your life worse. All right, if thank you for the word, if that person has a great disdain against you, spirits, that's what it is. There are things out there waiting for people to say things because your mouth is very powerful, waiting for people to send thought wave. That's how they feed. You cannot blame them though, because that's how they feed. So the sister we had, it's a sister and a brother. Okay, we had sent them things. There's that brother over there in Australia, and then a sister here. We had sent them homeworks to do, and the homeworks is as follow. You do them is if you want to know. But however, I will give you this warning: if you find results in this homework, please do not act wickedly. Do not act erratically. Do not act like a child. Do not act without praying, without thinking. Don't do this, brethren. All right. The exercise is as follow. You will take a little mirror. Okay. It would be either a square or round mirror, anything small or big mirror that you have in your house. Okay. Which one of you have your penny? Remember, we had consecrated a penny. We told you to save that penny. Anybody still have the penny? I have mine here. Did that? I'm talking about you. I don't think where I know where I put mine. Where is it? Where is my penny? Oh boy, I think I put mine in something. Anyway, where is this damn thing, man? It was right here. Anyway, I put it somewhere. Now you're going to take this penny that you have, all right? Okay. If you don't have that, get any other penny, but it has to be a penny, okay? 1 cent, the Abraham Lincoln cent, or so to speak. But the brother over there in Australia, he used something else. He used the lowest that he has over there in Australia. Take that 1 penny. Because we are the head, and of course, because we are the child, or we are the children of the light, we do not walk in darkness. You know what to do. Call up the night, okay? Let me show you another way, effective way. When you're calling the light, be very careful when you are doing this because, again, like we said, your mouth is a quite powerful weapon. Those things are out there. They are listening to you. I had this thing here. Huh. Give me a second. I had that thing right here. What the hell? What happened? Oh, I think yes, it was right here. All right. All right. Let me type this for you so you can see it. Okay. All right. Because we are student, we don't say those words out loud. You might want to write them down. You say those 3 words, okay? 1, 2, 3. Let it be light towards you or away from you. Those are 3 sacred words. All right? You say those 3 sacred words when you're lighting anything related to candle, lamp, or anything like that. Let it be light. Okay? Fiat lux. Fiat lux. That's Latin. You can say this. Okay? You can say this, fiat lux, or you can say the 3 word following fiat lux. Fiat lux mean let it be light. And then there was light, because that's what the mighty one said. Okay? Now, you get your regular pillar candle, your white candle, whatever color that you have, except for black. You know, fiat, you say those 3 words. Okay, they pronounce ah, okay? Ah, okay, the pronunciation, okay? This, let it be light. You light it up, it come up. You take the mirror, okay? You put it face up. Then, of course, since we are the head now, they are the tail. You take the penny, you put it face up, all right? And then you take some of the sesame seeds. Some of you already have sesame seed, right? Which one of you, do you have sesame seed? Okay, you take sesame seed, all right? You take probably a pinch of it, or one grain of sesame seed, or like a little pinch, okay? Or you can take enough to cover the penny, okay? Put the penny in the middle of the mirror, and then you take a little sesame seed, you cover it, and then now you bring your authority in. You have to be devoted, okay? You have to say this with devotion. Okay, of course, you call your angels, your guardian angels, you ask for permission, you open the portal. Nothing can be done without the Most High God Almighty give you the permission. You cannot affect it, anything. And then you will say, by the power the great and holy one gave me over you, sesame, creature of the Most High God Almighty, penny or whatever, creatures, obey me. Show unto me who's my enemy. Show unto me who's hindering me in life, who hated me, who's sending all those demons after me. Show me all my enemy. Selah, so be it. I commend you in the name of whatever name you can use. You can use I commend you in the name of the of Yahushai. I commend you in the name of the other guy. We don't want to say certain name here because we don't repeat name. Okay, you give a title. I condemn. I commend you in the name of Saint John. I commend you in the name of John. I commend you in the name of Jack. Any of the prophet, any of the sister Elizabeth, or any of the person that was a high initiated, it will work. But we don't repeat the name here. Whatever you know the Most High name by, you say it, okay? Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, whatever you can use, or you can just say, I commend you, because those are lower creatures. They should obey you because you are higher than them. And then you go to sleep. The sister that did this, and this is amazing, we had a couple people that done it. They saw 1 or 2, 3 people. But this sister is dealing with so many things. I wasn't even going to talk about it because, and I talked to the sister and I'm like, well, I don't want to bring this to the nation, but some of the immature will be immature. There's nothing you're gonna do with this. Okay, there's nothing. Immature person, you can fix stupid. They're gonna be immature. They're gonna go out there and act crazy. So she had a dream this morning. And she saw the faces of all of them. She said she saw faces over 20. People she never did anything to. People she never had any beef with them. And she can recall their name. She saw so many faces. She saw places. And at the end, she saw something that we will not reveal because it was between her and Sensei. which shows something that was really stalking her, and she saw this thing. She saw the faces. She know those people. She been with them. Okay, she used to be a artist, a performer. She used to go places and performing on stage, and then she used to have competition. And those people that she used to have competition against with, they hate her guts. And she's like, wait up. She's like, I don't do anything to those people. I don't do anything to them. In fact, I thought they were my friend. I thought they were my people. But they hated their guts. So those are the people that they freaking hate you with such a hatred that their hatred for you feeds things and they come after you. She saw all their faces, over 20 faces. We had a brother that saw a lot. The brother was beyond confused. The brother was, what the hell? This dude. The brother was like, I thought this guy was my friend. Okay, which remind me on another. Whoa, I got that sister sent me. Oh, sister sent me this thing. I haven't used it yet. I'm more like this thing as a decoration. This is a sensor. We're gonna purify the house and things like that. All right. Oh, give me a second. There we go. There you go. That's better. The brother see this guy, and again, you're going to see the sister saw lightning. I believe the brother saw flash of lightning, and the brother was, I can't believe this. Another fellow, and I'm just reading to cover the how they say this again, to cover the identity. I'm going to mix the story. There's a guy I read somewhere. He had a friend. Okay, I'm going to repeat the process. He had a friend, and the friend was like he was well. Okay, when I say well, he was well on his own. His parents paid the school for him, but he was like the second fiddle to that guy, and he was working, I think, at a restaurant, and the guy had a high paying job, and the guy loved hang out with him. When they go out, the guy pay for his food and stuff like that, always tell him how great friends they are and how proud he is with him working at that restaurant and stuff, and how he's been working in this place. And the other fellow say, well, I'm working at that restaurant. You know what I'm gonna do, man? I think I'm going to go to school and then learn something. And the guy says, school? What do you want to go to school for, man? Are you good where you at? You making good money and stuff like that. The guy said, well, I'm going to go to school. So what the guy did, he worked during the day in the restaurant, and then he takes some classes at night. And then he graduated. He become something. What he become was greater than what his friend was. And he got a job. He was making way more money than his friend. Do you know his friend stopped talking to him? His friend just stopped talking to him. And then he went to his house. He knocked on the door. He said, man, I've been trying to call you. He closed the door in his face. And he come to find out he never really suspected, like he never thought, he thought he did something. He thought he did something. He said, maybe because last time I made him pay for too much of my food, or when we hang out, he always pay, maybe stuff like that. Then he realized it was jealousy. He realized that the guy, he surpasses his friend. It was a sad story, man. Okay, the friend stopped talking to him. This friend moved away from him. He moved away from him. He moved away from the neighbor. He doesn't even know where that guy stay at anymore. Change everything, his phone number. And he's not his friend anymore. In the first place, they were never friends. So the people that did experiments, some people see people that they never, people they don't even, people they saw, like for instance, you work at this hospital. This person walk in a subway somewhere. You saw this person. Good morning, good morning. Hey girl, hi girl. That's the conversation you have with this person. And then that person hate your gut. So if you do this exercise, you happen to see anyone, please do not go and confront this person. Please do not, anyone that you see. Well, I believe I saw my wife. Good. You don't go to this person and say, why do you hate me? I saw you in my dream. I did something that to know my enemy, you're my enemy. Why? What did I do to you? Because some of you will be emotional. You will go to this person, you tell this person, I saw you in my dream, or I did something and and then I saw you, I saw your face, you were there. And the thing is with her, most of those people, petty stuff, petty, the most pettiest things. Okay, petty things. I don't know. You have a YouTube channel. I don't know. You say, I don't like the way you talk. I freaking hate your guts. So some people like that. They just hate you. I don't know, man. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like the way she dressed. I hate her dress. I hate her. I just don't like her. I don't know why, but I freaking don't like. That's why the that's why the wife and most women that I know, they don't like to be around other women. They just, if somebody hates you, give me a reason. Why do you hate this guy? Well, I hate him because he's very violent. He's a liar. He's a cheater. They just freaking hate you for the sake of hating you. This person don't even know who you are. They just say, I don't like this guy. I freaking hate you, dude. I don't know this dude, but I love hating on you. And you see this all over the social media. People even feed on this. Oh, I'm going to motivate my haters, to my haters out there. Be very careful when you're saying this. You only going to grab and attract haters. It's not good when you do this. So if you see someone that you may know, they presented this person to you in your dream as your enemy, you don't attack this person. You don't confront this person. You don't say anything to that person. Most of the people that guy, the sister saw, people that she left behind in her life. People that she left behind, petty people. Some people were in the army. They saw people that they were in the army with. People, Negroes that are in the same army with you, that fight at your side, and the spirit present them. And again, brethren, when you are giving the order, made it real. Say, present them to me in a clear and concise picture. I want to see them. That is if you are me personally, I don't care about that. I don't care about people hating me, because if you hate me for being me, good. But if you hated me for something that I'm doing for the Most High, that's not good. That is actually very bad unto you. And horrible and terrible things are coming to you because you're not hating me. Okay, petty stuff, brethren. Petty, the most pettiest things. Petty people. Wait, that's the guy at that gas station. What did I do to him? Come to find out that time you were at the gas station, you say, man, can I get this and number two? To him, you had an attitude. Oh, you think you better than me coming over there in that new Benz. I'm still taking the bus. Coming over there in that new Benz to make me. You think you better than me, and they will morph. Things will follow you. All right. So that's the exercise. You're going to need 3 ingredients. Okay. It is always good to, again, like I said, brethren, anytime you are dealing with those things, you need to purify yourself. Psalm 51, take a bath salt, abstain from a day or two, no baking. All right. No baking. Okay. All right. If you, I don't know, but I would suggest no baking. All right. And then you take a mirror, a penny, and some sesame seed. That is all. You put the mirror, like, I don't know, on the nightstand, uh the table somewhere flat. You put the penny on it. So Brethren, when I say bath salt, I again, please let me clarify this. Bath salt literally mean a bath salt. Okay, you take your shower, regular shower, then you take a cup. All right, you put a little water in it, you put a little salt, you stir it, and you pour it upon you. That's it. A cup of water. All right. Please do not go back or somewhere in the hood, get some real bath salt, aka flaca or meth or whatever, and then go in your bathtub and then pour that thing on your, literally smoke this thing, and then have vision and seeing me in your dream. And after that, you calling me Big Levi. You are my greatest hater out there. Thank you for hating on my ass. Yo, I don't even know who you are, dude. Yeah, but I took the bath salt that you said and I did the thing and I saw you. Well, no, sir. What kind of bath salt did you take? Well, it's like $20 a pop where I stay at. What? Who on earth paid $20 for freaking salt? Well, it's quite expensive. It's coming from Mexico. No, that's not what I said. Salt, the real salt. Do not go out there and buy cocaine and take a cocaine bath and later on call me or your wife calling me. My husband is running butt naked in the street, attacking people. He killed a deer. He fight over. No. Please don't do this. You have to tell our people because they're really gonna go out there and buy some salt. Bath salt literally mean cooking salt, Himalayan salt, the best of the best. Haitian salt or Himalayan salt. Okay, please. People, man, you gotta tell them full disclosure and full disclaimer. And then when you do not attack those people, okay? And if you see your brother Big Levi, let me know. You could be one of those people that I hate. Please let me know. All right, so everybody understand this? You just speak with devotion. You tell this thing, show me all my enemy. Known and unknown. All right. That's a homework if you wish to do it. That is if you're interested in that. Okay. Okay, everybody good. Do not confront them, brethren. You really don't want to go to or someone and tell that person, oh, why you hate me? I saw you in my dream. For instance, this person, jealousy is a form of hatred, okay? Jealousy is a form of hatred. That person might be jealous of you because you got something that they want. You got a house, you got a husband, you got a wife, a boyfriend, girlfriend. You're just living a better life than this person, and that person jealous, and the thing they fed on that. Now, what will happen? What will happen if you see people? For instance, when, this is just a suggestion, when you see people, some of them you will know their name, some of them you won't know their name. Okay? Take a white piece of paper, seal the four corner with the Holy Cross, with the X or with the asterisk. Okay? You write from Alpha and Omega, all my enemy, all that are hindering me, all the spirits and demons and stuff, known and unknown. Zanana Kupengwen, Pit Maon. Well, I know you, I don't. You write their name on this white piece of paper, and then you eat some food that had a lot of sauce, and you clean the bowl with the white piece of paper, and you look for a fiery hand heel, and you take a stick, Okay, you wake up those hands, you say to all my enemy, this is where I put you. You put the paper in there, and then you go home. That's it. Now, because of all those people, the reason most of your quote unquote people that are attacking your enemy, because you never give them anything to do. You fight back though, but you never give them something. They are busy, something you never give them a job. You never hire them. You never give them a job application. Once you hire them, they got something to do. You will see that person is busy. That co-worker that always be in your ass and stuff, he's busy, she's busy. She doesn't talk, she won't even see you at work anymore. She's quite busy now. I don't know what she's up to, but I haven't heard from her. She's busy. Last time I heard, she was at the hospital, I guess working. Last time I heard, she was at the police station, I guess working there. You give this person something, and then they will leave you alone. That is if, of course, you got a fiery and heal and stuff like that. So that's what it is. That is if you are into this type of things. Okay. All right. Everybody got this? I personally, I it is always good to know who despise you. So if you used to be with this person, so you can keep your distance, but really it's just some of the one of the dude that I spoke with, he said, yo, Levi, man, this is just so petty. I mean, this guy, he's a neighbor of mine, so to speak, but the dude, he's petty, man. Like, that guy is petty. I knew something wasn't right. He always like mean mugging me, but I didn't. He's a Gentile anyway, so guys, like, he's petty. It's not a dude we talk to, but he's always mean mugging me. One time he reported the brother to the city or something like that, and those things off. Okay, all right. All praises to the Most High. Okay, mortar, brand new. People don't know what thing you can do with this. Tassel and mortar. Beautiful. Sister sent this to me. She sent this thing 90 days ago. I bought it in the house, including that. 90 days ago, I bought it in the house. I was so busy, I put it in the closet. And the other day, I'm cleaning stuff. And then my mom came and she's like, what are you doing? She's like, what are you doing? You're doing crazy stuff, throwing things away. I'm like, yeah, I'm throwing things away. And she's like, what is there's a box here that is tipped up. I'm like, oh, what is this? And then when I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, the sister told me she was going to send something like that. And then when I open it and I see this, guess what? I was just studying something, how to use that. And I'm not gonna tell you what you can put in there, and then you said, you that wickedly not don't want to leave me alone. This is where I'm putting you. This is very powerful, brethren. I will consecrate this and then use it properly. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is beautiful. I have a small one, but the sister sent me this. This is quite beautiful. So yes. Yeah, that thing and yeah, it's always good to have those things in your home, whether you use them or not. You won't believe the kind of things those things can do. Okay, there is even things that you can put those things in your house, and then you consecrate them as a security guard. And then if somebody try to break in your house, you see how and that's how this person going to feel that headache. It's like somebody. It's like you have Mike Tyson. It's like you have this person tied up in a post, and then Mike Tyson is just punching the hell out of them. And they cannot fight until they get out of your house. That's how it will feel. When I'm reading those things, I'm like, damn, this is bad. I'm like, wow. Whether they are big or small, as long as they are made it out of this, you can use them. Like, wow, this is brutal right here, man. This is brutal. You know, crazy things. I'm reading what I can do with those things. I'm like, holy mother of, and man, when I was reading, I find an exercise you can do with a pipe, a smoking pipe. Okay, old pipe that you smoking. You put the tobacco in. Okay, you put the tobacco, those pipe. Oh man, I was like, wow. If you can get two pipe, you can have the best security guard in your house, the best security in your business or wherever in your home. Let me close with that. This is not a homework. This is just an exercise that I was reading. It is said you can buy two pipe. Okay, the smoking pipe. All right, is that what that is? Is that their name? I'm not quite sure. You have to find. That's why they say ant hills. If you cannot find an ant hill, we have a sister. She have plenty ant hill in her house. You can ship it to her for a small fee. Of course, if you want, let me know and I'll let the sister know. And then you ship it to the sister for a small fee, and the sister put it in there for you. But then again, she will charge you. Come on, man. Charge you. What's going on here? Charge you a few couple of bucks. Tobacco pipe, is that what that is? Corn cob pipe, that's what the name is. That's the proper name. Corn cob pipe. If you have those things in your house, they are great protection. Corn cob pipe. Okay, well, a pipe smoker. You need two regular pipe smoker, and then corn cob pipe. You buy two. That is if you have a house. Well, most people can do this, but I'm just gonna say what you can do because it's a defensive thing. Because it is defensive, you cannot use it to hurt people. You take those two comb pipe, okay, you do the whole ritual thing, open the four quarters and stuff, permission, you don't walk in darkness and stuff like that. You're the children of the light and stuff. So you dig two hole in the place that you wanted to do it. Let's say you bought a land, you're building a house, okay? You go in the middle of the threshold of the house, the threshold of the door, you dig a hole, and then you go in the middle of the house, okay, you dig another hole. And then you take some of the pipe, some of the tobacco, you stuff it in one of the pipe, and then you put it, you buried it in the first hole that is under the threshold of your door. Then you cover it, okay? You cover it, and then you take the other pipe empty, you put it in the middle of the house, then you cover it. After 3 days, you dig them out. The one that was in the door, you switch them places. Once you switch them places, you take the tobacco that was in the one in the door, you put it on the one that were in the middle of the house, and then the one that were in the middle of the house, you put it in the middle, you put it in under the threshold of the door, you buried it permanently, and then the other one, you switch them places, you buried them permanently. Anyone that try to break into your home or anybody that come to injure either you or your children or somebody that live under your roof, they will see somebody, they will see a giant, they will see some dude, some person sitting there with the pipe smoking. And then they can stay up all night. They will keep seeing this person right in front of your door smoking there. If that person try to harm you or break into your business, your house, they can't. And if that person won't have the will to come to steal from you. It's amazing, man. When I was reading this, I'm like, wow, that's quite simple. And this information worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, literally in the million. It's just so simple. And I was talking to one of the quote unquote persons say, yeah, one dude was trying to, one guy he said by mistake, the guy called him and said, yo, I was trying to where were you, man? He said, oh, I had to take a vacation. So say I tried to come to your house the other day, but there was a guy over there smoking a joint, so I didn't want to disturb him. So do you know this guy? And he's like, no, I don't know him. Yeah, he was standing right in front of your door, man. He was kind of scary, so I didn't want to bother him. And then I left. And then he knew this guy was either coming over there and stole his ish, or he was gonna come over there and kill him. He cut this friend off. Yeah. So there are certain things, man. Certain things that I'm reading, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But it's a defensive method, though. Something defensive. Now you have a little knowledge you can put in your stuff. Certain things you have it. This, brothers, this is very powerful. This is a very powerful thing. You can do with this, man. Oops, give me a second. All right then. Okay. All right, sister already taking care of that. So that's what it is. Beloved, I will leave you with peace. It's already time for me to go get this thing. I will leave you with peace. I would say go in peace, beloved. I say fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. Tonight we will study Cancer. Okay, last night we had Gemini. We will study Cancer if we have time. If there's any Cancer in the midst, please join us, and we will study the thing for Cancer. Okay. All right. Shalom, beloved. All right. Join us for Cancer at 7:30 p.m. or 8:30. If you see the notification, most likely you won't see it, but check back with us. All right. Shalom.